Coming. The time has passed. Eriksen's return pass. Malacia. And Sancho and someone down and score! And Old Trafford explodes! Now that is the sound of the theatre of dreams. When they are dreaming. One of the nights of his life.
Unbelievable. As if I come here at 9:35. It is despicable. How are we all doing, everyone? Sam here, live United People's TV. It's the Friday show. It's map day. It's day 2 of the giveaway. Man, I'm doing a million things at once here, but it's going to be fun. It's Christmas. It's festive. It's December. It's everything. I'll tell you what, I am excited about this World Cup now. I doubted the World Cup before. I had no buzz going into this World Cup. I'm not sure if you were the same. You know, the Winter World Cup, it just didn't make sense. But I'm loving it now. I really, really am. We're going to be speaking about the World Cup a little bit later. We can speak about that Japan goal yesterday. Speak about Romelu Lukaku. And today, the focus is going to be on Joao Felix. To start the conversation here, after a report coming from the Times, we'll speak about him, the concept of him coming to Manchester United in January. We'll have a debate about whether or not he would be the right sort of signing. Again, we've had a conversation about Cody Gakpo, right? Joao Felix is not a traditional number 9. He's certainly someone who plays far more central, but he's not that pure out-and-out goal scorer. So we can have a debate about him in the comments. It's, as I said, Friday. It's map day. We'll speak about that. We'll speak about the games coming up this afternoon. Uruguay against Ghana. I cannot wait for that game. Huh. And then we've got Casemiro playing later, Bruno playing later. We've got a giveaway to announce the winner from yesterday's giveaway. We've got the giveaway to, well, the Cantona box is there. I always struggle to point at him. There he is. There's Cantona. You know the drill. If you were here yesterday, oh, let me leave that. All we got to do is reach 500 likes on the stream live. So make sure you drop a like on the video now. And then we can open the Christmas giveaway box and get number 2 on the go. Who's down here in the morning? In the morning? In the comments this morning. Michael Parsons, good morning to you. Man Kudus, we've got Al Williams, Carl Dale. Addy, first time you're catching live. Good morning to you, my friend. Who's on Facebook? We've got David Carroll, Hendricks, Peter Walton. Is that the Peter Walton, the referee that they go to on ITV to say that VAR is right all the time? Ryan, Dean, we've got Rego, Charlie Hughes. Good morning to you. What about the Alex? I can see you there. Good morning to you. Freddie, Anthony, Asan, Gary Hurley, and Mike Roman and Paula. Good morning to all of you. And I apologize for any names that I've missed. But T, I can see you there too. Go on in. Good morning to all of you. Good afternoon, good evening. No matter where you're watching from, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's talk about Joao Felix to start off this show. As I said, there's so much to run through and there's so much to get through in this show. I apologize if I forget things or if I lose my place. I'm trying to get my head around it all. But let's talk about this because Joao Felix, I probably would put in the same category of unlikeliness as Lautaro Martinez. That's what I would personally do in myself. But I can't ignore the stories when they're being published. So let's have a debate and a conversation about it here in the comments this morning. As I said, this is coming off the back of an article from the Times yesterday. So I tend to ignore papers like the Daily Star, the Sun, the Guff, right? Ashes, I appreciate that, by the way. The Christmas intros, I made all of those. I've got 4 different Christmas intros for all 4 weeks in the build up to Christmas. We're in week 1 there. And that commentary was, I think it was the Sancho commentary at Liverpool. It's cracking. All of them are Peter Drury because Peter Drury, you know, Peter Drury is the king when it comes to commentary. But yeah, I enjoy those intros. I'm glad you do too. But let's talk about Joao Felix because he's playing for Portugal, of course, at the World Cup. Scored in their game against Ghana, I believe, their second game. Portugal playing this afternoon. I think, is it against South Korea? I think so. Let's see how he plays there. I have no idea how much Joao Felix would be, but let's read what the article has to say. Joao Felix, Atletico Madrid will listen to offers for the Manchester United target. Now let's read the article. Atletico Madrid will listen to offers for Joao Felix in January, with Manchester United among the clubs interested in the Portugal forward. United met with Felix's agent, Jorge. We know who Jorge Mendes is. Jeez, we've dealt with him enough. In the summer to discuss a move for the 23-year-old, but Atletico Madrid were then adamant he was not for sale. Felix's tense relationship with Diego Simeone has deteriorated during recent months, and Atletico are ready to cut their losses on a player they spent 127 million euros on. That's going to be the big sticking point for sure. The Spanish club cannot expect to recoup that amount, but they're looking, look at that, over 100 million. I can't click that, won't work. Over 100 million. United and Bayern both retained a strong interest in Felix, and I want you to let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Joao Felix. We can all say with absolute certainty that Manchester United need to sign an attacker in January. That is the absolute guarantee. But who that attacker is, what type of attacker it is, or it will be, is completely up for debate. So some of you in the comments, we spoke about Gakpo, right? Some of you dismissed Gakpo straight away. He's not a pure number 9. That's what we need. We need a complete instinctive striker, predator in the box. That's what Manchester United need. And then we look at Joao Felix, who is a completely different type of player. If you're taking a look at Joao Felix's career to date, you're looking at positions that he's played. He's somebody, as I said, he plays centrally, right? He's played 14 times on the right, 24 times on the left, but look, 120 as a supporting striker and 31 as an actual centre forward. He is somebody, again, if we're looking at if we're talking about we need someone who plays through the middle, then Joao Felix ticks that box. I would probably tend to agree with that as an opinion. I think that's a fair comment there from Jonathan. That Joao is I would probably put him down as a luxury player. But I tell you what, I always found it a little bit odd, if I'm being completely honest. The fact that Atletico Madrid wanted to go all out for him. Because he's really not an atypical Diego Simeone player, is he? I don't think so, anyway. He's somebody who is a creative, instinctual player. And Diego Simeone likes Terminators. He likes arseholes, really. That's the Atletico Madrid system, and that's the style of play. Let me see what you're saying down here in the comments about him, though. I think this will be an interesting conversation this morning. Alex, you're saying possibly on loan until the end of the season with an obligation to buy. I mean, that's how a lot of big transfers have gone through and probably will go through in the next couple of years as well, because of the financial situations of clubs in the world at the moment. A lot of loans are happening first and foremost with that obligation to buy at the end, because then the wages come off the books of the club loaning out, and they get the sale that they want towards the end. Mike, you're saying, I'm sure I saw somewhere that Atletico would listen to offers of 86 million. Of course they would. 86 million euros, 86 million sterling. It's probably can't be that far short of 100 million euros. Sar, you're saying, where does he play? I've just ran through that. He's a central person. David, you're saying we don't need an attacker. We need a striker. Enough of all these wingers who can't get to double figures. As I said, David, that opinion there is not, you're not the only one to have that opinion. And that's why I think these are all interesting debates. Because in my opinion, I don't think Ten Hag will be looking at players and going, right, the only players I'm looking at are pure centre forwards. I'm not looking at anything else. It's going to be a very limited sphere there. Benjamin Sesko you can put in there. Gonzalo Lopez you can probably put in there. And I'm sure there are 4 or 5 or 6 other names that you could throw in that hat. I don't think that Ten Hag is doing that. I'm not saying that he's going to be looking at Joao Felix and going, oh, he's the guy. But I don't think Ten Hag's just going to be dismissing out of hand anybody who's not just a predator in the box. That's why I think so anyway. Felix is a much more creative type. Gakpo is a better version of Rashford. Too much for him. You could get Bellingham and Gakpo for the cost. I'm not even sure you could get Bellingham for the cost of Gakpo and Felix, let alone the other way around. I very much disagree with that comment. Must be something up with him if they're willing to let him go. I mean, not necessarily. It's just that, I mean, what was he 19 when he moved to Atletico? How old was he? Let's have a look. 19. He became the most expensive teenager in the world. Of course he did. And there's no doubt in his talent, right? There's absolutely no doubt in his talent. But I think my initial reaction would be similar to what Jonathan's was there. a luxury player in the idea that if you've got a team that's ready, complete, and just has one hole for like a creative central supporting striker, then boom, you could drop Joao Felix in there and he'd probably explode into life. Is Manchester United in that current condition? Is our attack just missing someone like Joao Felix? I suppose that's the question that you have to ask. But for the fees involved, I think that's probably going to be the sticking point here, right? Any conversation that we have about Joao Felix might be mute, given that they paid £113 million for him 3 years, just under 3 years ago. What do you think would be a realistic? I'm not just saying about Manchester United, right? If Joao Felix was to leave Atletico Madrid in January, how much do you think would be a realistic amount that he would go for? Either if he's leaving on loan and then sold in the summer, or if he's sold directly in January. How much do you think Atletico would let him go for? Because, I mean, we're talking big numbers. Because Atletico Madrid, effectively, they fucked up. They overpaid hugely for Joao Felix, right? And now, when they try and get rid of him, they're going to try and force some of those losses onto whoever's buying him. Be that Manchester United, be that somebody else. So I think he's going to be overpriced because of that. Because of Atletico Madrid's mistake, the buying club's going to have to pay for some of that. Let me see what you think. Jonathan, you're saying 80 million. Brian, you're saying 80 euros. That's nice. It's pretty cheap. 80 million euros. 75 to 80, 60 million pounds. 75 to 85, 80 mil plus, says Paula. 60 mil would be enough. A loan, then buy for 65. Hey, isn't it mad? Well, it must have been what, like, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 years ago, where all of us would still get offended by the prices of players. You'd be like, how much? Nah, no chance. Now I look at prices of players and I have absolutely no idea what the value of a footballer is anymore. I really don't. Because the numbers are just staggering everywhere. And I don't really care that much. I don't. I care who my club signs and what my budget is for Manchester United and what we can and we can't do. That's when I care about the price of a player. But isn't it weird? It's weird how much players are worth these days. It's just kind of the way it goes. And there will be huge taxes on this course. There will be Man United tax and the Premier League tax. Premier League spending in the summer spent more than La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, and Liga combined. The Premier League spend was just outrageous. So clubs selling to Premier League clubs, they're going to add 20, 30% on. Rotham, you're talking about Tony down there. Unfortunately for Ivan Toney, he's not a conversation that's going to be had by any top club until that betting inquiry, we call it at this point. The alleged betting offences, over 250 of them, are resolved. I don't think anybody can touch Ivan Toney until that point, because you might well sign him and then he gets a 9-month global ban from football. It could happen. That's what happened with Daniel Sturridge, wasn't it? I think it was Daniel Sturridge. 50 mil plus Maguire. Sounds like a good deal for Atletico. Sounds like a good deal. 70 mil is okay. Close to or over 100 mil. It strikes me as I think majority of you right there. I think you were looking at in excess of 75 million. Not because I think that's particularly what he's worth. Although he's 23. He's quality. I mean, he is a good footballer, right? Nobody on this channel is going to come here in the comments and say, nah, Joao Felix, he's a shit footballer. Because if you do, you're wrong. And you know you're wrong. He's a good footballer. He's a very good footballer. And he's 23, so he's got years ahead of him. Is he exactly what Manchester United need? That's the more prevalent and more important question. And that's why I just wanted to have a debate this morning with you in the comments. How many likes are we on so far? We're 197. So we still need 300 more likes. And then we open the Christmas giveaway box for numero dos. And then I can announce the winner of giveaway 1 yesterday, the 3-stand Chow Prince. So make sure you drop a like on the video and see if we can get there before the end of it. If not, it's going to have to be a rollover. That's the way it works, right? Ilanga plus 60 million. I've no idea. If Atletico bought Trippier, they'd buy Maguire. Hey, look, Maguire at this World Cup is looking like Maguire with England. Maguire is a significantly better player for England than he is for Manchester United because of the setup. England's setup with Gareth Southgate, Well, if you're not playing a back five, you were playing in a sort of a slightly deeper formation. Although saying that, England were playing far more aggressive against Wales, certainly the second half, and it worked. And Harry Maguire was winning the ball high up the pitch. If you're looking at Felix's goal assist output and amount of time spent injured, there's no way any club would spend that much on him. I don't know. I've not. It's just another conversation, right? We've had a conversation about Cody Gakpo, and this discussion this morning is coming off the back of this article here from the Times saying that Atletico Madrid are ready to listen to offers for him. Now, I don't know whether that means that the relationship between Joao Felix and Diego Simeone is it's gone beyond repair. I don't know what it is. But maybe in the same way that maybe Manchester United are looking and hoping for Harry Maguire to have a good World Cup, and that will boost any potential for him for the rest of the season and to sell him in the summer. Maybe Atletico Madrid are doing the same with Joao Felix. I think he's playing well. Look, we'll watch him again this afternoon. When you watch Portugal against, I think, South Korea this afternoon, keep an eye on Joao Felix, see how he plays. Does he start every game? I can't remember if he starts every game. Timing is everything, says Carl. If we were further into the Ten Hag overall, it would make more sense. Maybe. I suppose we can't know. That's a hypothetical conversation. But it's... I look at Gakpo. There you go. That's an interesting conversation. I'll put that down. In fact, maybe I'll put this one up as a poll, right? You can choose this one. Gakpo or Felix, right? Simple question. I apologize to everyone on Facebook who can't see this, but it's only on YouTube that allows me to do this. Facebook isn't as good for interaction in these live videos as YouTube is. I wish they bucked their ideas up, but there's nothing I can really do about that. Dad, you're saying our name is mentioned in every single transfer that ever existed. It's the way it goes, right? It's the way it goes. And you're saying, look, Felix is a difficult one. He's got the pace and fluidity. On the other hand, is he exactly what we need? I remember that goal he scored against us. That filthy header. It was a ridiculous header. That's not a reason to sign him or reason to not sign him. But there's no doubting his talent and his qualities. I would have more hesitations over signing Joao Felix as I would over signing Cody Gakpo. Because I think Cody Gakpo's got more to his overall game that adds to an area that we're lacking in terms of having a physical presence up front, somebody who can play with his back to goal, somebody who can bring others in, somebody who also can finish with his left and his right foot, can score headers too. Joao Felix is, I think Jonathan was correct earlier saying that he's a luxury player. When he's on form and he's on point, he's like, wow, it's unstoppable, this kid. But inside this Manchester United team and in the Premier League, I'd have more question marks over Joao Felix than I would over Cody Gakpo. That's just my opinion. You might disagree. That's what an opinion is. I'm not saying you have to agree with it. But out of the two, and even from a price perspective as well, you're probably looking at Joao Felix, because Atletico Madrid paid that much for him, you're probably looking in the region of like somewhere between 70 and 90 million would be a realistic expectation of what you would pay for Joao Felix. Even if that's not actually realistic, that's probably what they would ask for. 70 to 90. And for Cody Gakpo, you're looking somewhere in the region of 50 to 70. Are they both the same age? Cody Gakpo, was he 21? Oh, yeah, both same age. He's 23, 7th of May. Joao Felix, let's have a look when your birthday is. 23rd. So he's just turned 23. They're the same age. That's interesting, actually. Let me see what you're saying in the poll here, though. So we've had 320 votes straight away, and wow, that's impressive. 86% of you are saying Cody Gakpo. That is an overwhelming vote. And by the way, more people have voted than dropped a like on the video. If you want to open that Christmas giveaway box, there he is. Drop a like on the video, people. That's the way it works. Do you think Ronaldo wants to sit on the bench? No, Ronaldo wants to score as many goals as possible. That's what Ronaldo does, and that's what Ronaldo is. There's no doubt that he'll want to start today, but I don't really want to talk about him, I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. Jordan, you're saying Felix is a great player, but Gakpo is on a different level of form. I mean, form, let's not get too carried away about form at the World Cup. It's more about the overall picture and the profile of an individual. You can't sign somebody just off the back of scoring 3 goals at the World Cup and that alone. It has to fit the right profile. It has to fit exactly what Manchester United need. And even from that perspective, I think that Cody Gakpo beats Joao Felix for what Ten Hag needs and what we need. I think Gakpo ticks far more boxes. That's why I think so anyway. Mark, Rafael Leao, of course, I think his contract with Milan runs out next year. I think so. Might be wrong. But Fabrizio has already confirmed that they are in talks over a new potential deal. He's somebody who's played on the left quite a lot for AC Milan. He's somebody who really loves to run past players. Quite enjoyed watching his games, watching his performances, watching his highlights. A lot of money. A lot. I have no idea how much. Certainly if he signs a new contract. Gakpo and Ramos, for me, still be less than Joao Felix. You're probably not wrong there, Andy. I've no idea how much Gonzalo Ramos will go for, though. When you think about it, it's Benfica. I mean, look, Benfica managed to sell Joao Felix for 113 million euros to Atletico Madrid. They managed to sell Darwin Núñez to Liverpool for 100 million euros. They get big, big money for the players that leave them. Rumours saying that Felix is overrated. I wouldn't say he's overrated. I think he was overpriced at that age. And unfortunately for him, I think that's changed the expectations on him, that's what a big money move does. It's the same way as Antony isn't an £85 million signing at the moment at Manchester United, but the expectation of it is that he will be when we sign Harry Maguire for 80 million. After Van Dijk moved to Liverpool for a similar price, the expectation was for Harry Maguire to be as good as Van Dijk. And that didn't work out. That really didn't work out. That's for sure. Let me see what you're saying down here in the comments. Enzo and Gakpo. Enzo, funny you should mention Enzo. I was going to speak about Enzo a little bit later in the show, but sod that. Someone's mentioned him in the comments now. Fabrizio Romano saying this yesterday on Twitter. The release clause included in Enzo Fernandez's contract, and this is exactly what I just said there about Benfica getting big money. The release clause is 120 million euros. Club has no intention to sell Enzo or let him leave in January, and River Plate have also got a percentage of a future sale. There's your proving point. Exactly what I'm talking about the idea that Benfica just get big, big money for players who are leaving them. They got a lot for Joao Felix. 120 million euros. Yeah, cheeky bastards. They got that straight in the release clause in the contract. United aren't paying that. I've really, really, really enjoyed watching Enzo Fernandez. I can absolutely see where he would fit in at Manchester United. But 120 million? Whew, you better hope that we get bought by Dubai if prices are going to be like that for players. Jeez, that's a lot of dough. Bellingham or Enzo in the summer? Bellingham. No offense to Enzo, but Bellingham. Best United player signed after the World Cup is Chicharito. Incorrect. We signed him before the World Cup, Jay Shao. I think I'm correct. I'm pretty sure we signed him before the World Cup, and he went on to have a cracking World Cup with Mexico, and then came to United, and then scored on his debut in the Community Shield by booting the ball in his face against Chelsea. I remember that one. Yeah, look, Benfica. We talk about Borussia Dortmund having that sort of business model. Salzburg are kind of following that sort of trend as well, but Benfica are the kings. Benfica are the kings. You can go back as like Di Maria, David Luiz, Nemanja Matic, Darwin Núñez, Joao Felix. There are tons of players that they have made ridiculous profits on. And Enzo Fernandez, no doubt, will be another one at some point, but I don't think it will be in January, and I don't think it will be for Manchester United, because we aren't paying 120 million. No, certainly. And as I said, I mentioned this in my video yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? No, it was the day before when I spoke about Cody Gakpo. I said, look, the real conversation talking point is we don't know whether we're going to have any money to spend in January because of the Glazers. Now, I'm speaking to Kieran Maguire, who's a financial expert. I'm speaking to him next week. Already got that interview booked in because I want to get some detail and insight into the finances behind the selling of Manchester United, the debt. How does a new owner buy that debt up? Or is it debt? Is it their debt? Is it Manchester United's debt? What about the credit facilities? Can United actually spend any money in January? Could they just take out another loan? What's going on there? I'll speak about that in an interview with him next week because I think that's a really important one. IG Insane, you're saying, why can't we get these players direct from South America? Scouting system, bro. That's very much the reason. And it's not just the scouting system, it's the levels, right? If you're looking at the football pyramid and you're looking at the Premier League at the top, although you can say, I tell you what, why aren't Manchester United signing players like Enzo Fernandez before they become, and I think we should be able to do that and should be doing that. But at the same time, Enzo Fernandez, a reason he's been able to become the player he has become is because he has been a central figure at Benfica in the Portuguese league, which is somewhere in between the Argentinian league and the Premier League. If Enzo Fernandez had come straight into the Premier League, I think it would be fair to say that his growth, it would have been a different curve. He might not have had the flourish that he's had. He might have struggled a little bit instead of kind of shining in a bit of an in-between league. And that's why Benfica have got, they're perfectly positioned to be that football club. They won't ever be winning the Champions League, but they will be able to make substantial profits on great South American signings. And they keep just bringing them out. Not just South Americans, but just great talents that they are allowed to flourish in that environment. And it's what they do. That's what they always do. Seriously, yes, we absolutely should. We absolutely should. Oh yeah, work permit issues. Oh, that's because we left the EU. Yeah, cheers, Boris. What are we at now? We're at 380 likes. We need 120 more likes, and then we can open. There he is. You can't see him up there now. Get off the screen, Enzo. We're pointing at Canton. I'm so bad at pointing behind myself. There he is. Caicedo at Brighton is another perfect example of somebody that we could have signed. We actually got offered him, but we haven't signed. And now he's shining. And now we're getting linked with a move for him. Let me see what you're saying down here in the comments. Kettle, you're too busy watching cross-country skiing. Priorities. I always found that as one of the weirdest sports. It's the biathlon at the Olympics, when it's like a cross-country ski. Then you lie down for a little bit of rifle shooting, and then you back up and skiing. I've always found that one of the strangest ones. Good fun to watch her. Actually, it's not. It's dead boring. No offense. Can't we have both, says Vicky? Why not? What we're saying on the so we've got like 560 votes now, and 84% of you've gone for Gakpo. That's overwhelming. That is absolutely overwhelming. And I'm in agreement with you. If I'm choosing, as I said there, we'll move on to the next talking point now. If I'm choosing between Joao Felix or Cody Gakpo, personally, for what Man United need, I think Cody Gakpo ticks more boxes. And judging by the looks of it, 84% of you agree with me. We must all be correct. That's the bottom line. We are all right and nobody is wrong. Alex, every day, man. You're a legend. You're a proper legend. Oh, speaking of which, I'm holding a vote. I'm going to leave it up for another day. Anybody who's a member, actually, no, sod that. You don't need to be a member. Let me just leave the link. Because I just put it in the normal channel, didn't I? Right. Let me leave the link down there. You might not be able to see them. There's two snowmen. There's one there and there's one there. And there's a vote in the general chat on the community page to name the snowman. That's a community name for the snowman. So I've left the link to the community on YouTube and Facebook right there as a comment. All you've got to do is follow that link. Make sure you install Telegram first. It's free. It's easy. It takes 2 seconds. Install that first. Then come to the community. Look in the general chat. Look at the pinned messages. There's a vote on there. And you can cast your vote as to what you want the names to be. But Alex, absolute ledge, man. Who are the lucky 10 today? Invest Talks, Nadro, John McNulty, Dominic Sue, Stone 420, Alan Graver, Renjan, Debbie Palmer, Ola, and Decimal. You are the lucky 10. Mate, thank you very much, man. As always, you're really helping the community. You really are, man. Dave, you're saying, why would we sign Felix instead of Gakpo when Felix only scored 25 goals in just over 3 seasons? I don't think we would, Dave. And as I said, judging by the poll there with nearly 700 votes now, 83% of you want Gakpo. It's a conversation that we've had, and I think it's a conversation that it's kind of done. Kind of done. Right, let's move on. And this is a talking point that I really want to have, because how good was the World Cup yesterday? as I said, when I in the build up to the World Cup, I was just looking at it. I was like, it's just getting in the way of football. And then the Ronaldo thing happened, and I was like, you know what? This World Cup has really helped Manchester United. It's come at a time that we can sort of close the door on an ugly, ugly scenario. Then boom, we can go into the second half of the season. And I did not expect this World Cup to be as enjoyable as it has been. But we've got Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. We've got Japan topping the group with Germany and Spain. You're like, what? At one point yesterday, Germany and Spain were both going out because Costa Rica oh man, it was great yesterday. And this in particular, that's going to be probably one of the photos of the whole tournament, isn't it? What a photo that is by the cameraman, by the way. Unreal timing. I suppose they've probably got like what's it called? It's when you get like 5-6 photos in a row. Anyway, fantastic photo. Do you think the ball went out? Type yes or no. That's going to be one of the big debates. And I'll tell you what, if you're a Germany fan, you are not a happy bunny. Mate, Dominic, you're down here. Wow. Thank you very much, Dominic. I think that's the first time I've seen you gifting memberships. It's infectious, isn't it? There's too many Santas in here. It's like a Santa lineup. Malps, you lucky. Malps got one. Dan Scott, Emmett Information, Hamza, Yiga, Miles, Christopher Ellis, Angus Holloway, Innes, you got one as well. Very lucky. And John Johnston. Mate, both of you, absolute dons of the channel. Dons of the channel. Was the ball out? No, says no way. No, yes, it was. No, yes. Isn't it mad? It's absolutely mad. It's mad. The ball was out clearly. It's weird. I have no idea because surely it's like they made this is an unprecedented. Mate, is it an unprecedented situation? They drew a vertical sheet and just went. It's that the tiniest bit. All I'm saying is unlucky Germany. Auf Wiedersehen for sure. No one likes to see Germany suffering, and as far as the football team goes, apart from everybody. Germany had that period where they went. What was it like? Semi-final, won the whole bloody thing, quarterfinal. They had like some ridiculous run in international tournaments, Euros and World Cups. And now they've got knocked out of the World Cup at the group stage, 2 tournaments in a row. And yes, I'm reveling in it because I'm still haven't forgiven them for that Lampard goal. I remember being at uni and I was watching it. I woke up so nervous for that game, England against Germany. That goal where Lampard scored, and it went about 9 yards over the line. And I was there, and I was outside the pub watching it, and it went in, and I went absolutely bonkers. And there was like 5, 6. No, it's about 10, 20 German fans there, all laughing at me. And then it came on the screen, and I looked at it, and I went absolutely ballistic. Yeah, that still scarred me. Clearly out, says Reese, is absolutely criminal. I love controversy. Look, man, you don't get enough controversy in football anymore. Controversy helps conversations at football, at pubs. Shit, United have had our fair share of controversy. Geez, Drogba with that. I don't even know. Where do you start? There's 2 that stick to my mind. Scholes' goal against, was it Porto? Back in, what is it? 2000, that was when Mourinho won it. 2004, I think it was. And Drogba's offside goal when Chelsea and United were going toe-to-toe for the Premier League. And he was about 2 yards offside, and then they ended up winning the league. Was it on goal difference? No, by 1 point. Those are 2 things that stand in my head. You don't get it anymore. Football's extremely sanitized. I speak to my friends quite a lot about it. It's the way that the game is going. We're moving towards a game of millimeters, aren't we? Where every single thing is analyzed, scrutinized. And even if you do that, even if you have technology, you still don't know whether it was in or out, because it still kind of goes to a human eye. It's mad. It is mad. Germany was in a similar state after 2002. They won the World Cup in 12 years from that point. Oh no, I've no doubt that Germany will be back. And I'll tell you, there's one thing that I am sad about with Germany going out, and that's not getting to see Musiala play anymore. That kid is an absolute baller. Germany are lucky to have him. Bayern Munich, lucky to have him. What a player. Wicked to watch. Probably one of the most enjoyable players I'd say I've watched at the World Cup so far. You can let me know who you think in the comments below, but I think he's been fantastic. Let's, mate, Vicky, you've joined in as well. Vicky, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a few days. Hope you're doing well. You gifted 5 memberships. Who are the lucky 5 from Vicky? Hafiz, Far, Emil, Mr. Nonchalant, and Kelvin Sumner. The lucky 5. I'll tell you what, with less than 50 likes away from the target before we open that bad boy there. Can we say something about the insane... Mate, Japan were just... If you've watched... Japan is a brilliant, brilliant team to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in the knockouts. And they top their group. I don't know what that means for the games. But actually, let's have a look. Let me put it up here. BBC. Let's see what the fixtures are saying. Football World Cup. Where do you click World Cup? Group and schedule. There you go. Knockout stage. Yes, that's what we want. Let's bring this bad boy up. So these are the knockouts at the moment. So we've got Netherlands facing America, 3 o'clock on that Saturday, 7 o'clock. Argentina are going to get knocked out by Australia. Come on, baby. That could happen. You never know. Oh, look, Japan are facing Croatia. Croatia, they've been good defensively, yes, but they've not been particularly good. We haven't got those ones yet. England against Senegal, of course, on Sunday evening. France against Poland. You back France, but they're idiots for changing their whole team in that last game. Talk about sucking the momentum out of it. Morocco playing Spain. That is a game and a half. I'm really looking forward to watching that. Football's great. I love football. I love the World Cup. I love everything. And I love you, I think, by the way. Who's down here? That, mate, is absolutely raining memberships down here today. Gungshi and Warren, the two of the OGs, the full ridings of the channel. Thank you very much, man. Dons, Jaishal, Brian, Kenny, Sahil, Paul Jones, Josh Stanley, T-Rox, Callum, Scott, Raisin, Graham Kenny, Mr. Cooper. It's incredible. It's like there's no just normal subscribers on this channel. Everybody. Warren spreading the joy, man. Everyone's spreading the joy, man. All of you are just... This is Christmas, eh? This is what the gifting season is all about. That's why I'm doing the Christmas giveaway. As I said, all these community gifts are helping fund this big giveaway I'm doing, because it's going to be big, and I'll try and make it bigger every single year. It's my way of giving back to you in the same way that you keep helping this community get bigger and bigger. So we're just shy of 20 likes on the video, and we can now get this box open. But yeah, look, as I said, I have real doubts about the World Cup going into it, and it's caught me. I'm fully in World Cup fever. And today, let me quickly say one thing before we open that box, hopefully. Today is a big one, right? Today is a big one. Uruguay against Ghana. For anybody who's down here in the comments, who's watching live and you're from Ghana, I'm fully Ghanaian today. I am back in the Black Stars, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch that game between Ghana and Uruguay. I was speaking to my friend, because obviously I lived out in Ghana for 3 months back in 2020, and I loved it. I loved the culture. I loved the people. That's actually a billboard that's out in Accra right now, and I cannot wait to see that game. Ghana fans, players, everybody in Ghana has waited 12 years for this opportunity, and it could be, if it all goes well, which I hope it does, it could be Suarez's last ever game for Uruguay, and I want to see him crying. I want to see Suarez crying. That's what I want to see. I'm not asking for much. Just want to see Suarez crying. And if those Ghana players can manage to avoid a red card, I'll be very surprised. And they're going up against Uruguay, who are a dirty team anyway. This is going to be one of the games where you do not want to miss it. That's what I say. So make sure you tune in well, it's 3 p.m. UK time. I'm not sure it is around the world. I think someone else is down here. Mate, Ricky as well. Unreal. Ricky, you've dropped in 10. And look, we've got 500, so we'll open the box in a second, just after we speak about who's been gifted from Ricky. Manav, Rossitron. It's almost like everyone's got the Sweet Friday vibes, right? Oluwafemi, Francis, Red Devil, She Devils United, Clement, Stephen Brown, Hans, not Hans Zimmer. I'd love to see Hans Zimmer live, actually. Random point, I know. But look, let's get this bad boy. Let's get him open. Ba-da-ba-ba. Hoi. There he is. Look how happy he is. He's just so happy. Right. The giveaway for today. Drum roll. We are giving one of these bad boys away. Because it's Christmas, right? Yeah. One of the treble sweaters. Look at that bad boy. I love that one. I've got one on. Well, I haven't got that one on. Hey. You can't see it because it's at the bottom, but it's We Three Kings. We Three. My microphone's just in the way. I don't know which way to go. Look, Cantona might be topless, Paula. He may also be butt naked, but we'll never know, I suppose. But look, that's the giveaway for today is the 1999 jersey. Not jersey. 1999 sweater. This is how you enter, right? I'm going to post a video now, actually. Not just on TikTok, for anybody who got offended by TikTok yesterday. But thank you very much, everyone who did enter. And I'm also going to choose the winner for the one that was from yesterday. Let's quickly post that. Right, that's up now on TikTok. And this is going up as a YouTube short. I've never actually put a YouTube short out now. So, let me see if that's gone up and gone out. I think it will. Let's have a look. Videos, shorts. Right. Uploaded to your videos. So that should be out now. Let's have a look. First time I'm doing this, by the way, so I'm doing it live and direct with you. Shorts. There it is. Right, so all you've got to do is go onto that video. You can do it on either YouTube Shorts. So if you're YouTube here, it's easy. Or you can do it on TikTok. Drop a like on the video and leave a comment. It's about who you think is the ideal dream new owner for Manchester United. There's three top candidates right now, in my opinion. Jim Ratcliffe, Dubai, and American investment. There's a video there that's now on YouTube Shorts and now on TikTok. Go over to that, drop a like on the video and leave a comment who your dream owner would be. And I'll choose the winner at random, just like I'm going to choose the winner at random from yesterday's entrance. Let's go over here to TikTok and let's see. Thank you very much, everyone, by the way, who did go over to TikTok, who did leave a comment and who's helped. As I said, this is something new to me, right? This is something brand new to me. I've not done short form content before, but I can't ignore that there's an appetite for it. Not everybody can join in on these live streams. Not everybody can join in for the videos that go in the afternoon. Some people enjoy shorter form content. It's not really particularly what I do, but I'm trying it. If it doesn't work, I'll stop it. But hey, you as a community, if you can help me try and make it as big as possible, that would be fantastic. It really would make a big difference. But let's go over here and let's choose a winner at random from the comments. Let's go down here and let's just go to, I don't know, eeny, meeny, miny, you. Who's this? RD. Can you reply on here? I'll drop a like on it. Won't let me reply. RD, though, you are the winner from yesterday. Won't let me reply. Anyway, apologize about that. But RD, congratulations to you, my friend. If you're watching the stream here, you are the winner of yesterday's giveaway. You need to get in touch with me. I need to somehow get in touch with you. And I'll get these 3 Stan Chow prints sent over to you. But as I said, one more time. This is today's giveaway. It is the 1999 Christmas sweater. And all you got to do to enter is go on the video on YouTube Shorts or on TikTok, drop a like on the video and leave a comment. Simple as that, all right? Oh, man, I've got so many things going through my head at the moment. Good things. Can we speak about this, right? Can we speak about this? Yep. I know it's the same video. It is the exact. Oh, what do you mean the same video as yesterday? Oh, no. Thanks very much for letting me know that. This is what I mean. There's too many things going on at the moment. Delete. Right. I'll put that back up on TikTok after. Is what I mean. I knew I was going to make some mistakes. Damn it. But look, yesterday. Look at that. Yesterday was, my word. How did everyone feel watching Lukaku play yesterday? I was like, oh my God. It gave me bad flashbacks. Bad flashbacks of watching Lukaku playing for United. How did he miss those chances for Belgium? They must be fuming Any Belgians in the comments? What's your reaction to how Lukaku played yesterday? Because, whew, oh dear, oh dear. Simon, I know. I get annoyed with myself. Man, I'm so glad that we got rid of Lukaku. You remember when we got rid of him and there were people slating Solskjaer, slating the club. Oh, how can you get rid of him? It's like, we haven't got anybody. It's like, it doesn't matter. If somebody's not right for the club, then just get rid of him. Figure out how to replace him later, but just get rid of him. That's what we did with Lukaku. But, geez, what an absolute donut. What an absolute donut. Far, you're saying, has Rashford returned to his prime? Rashford is looking fantastic at the moment. He really, really is. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does on Saturday against Sunday, against Senegal. Look, tonight it's not just this, right? Today's going to be an absolute corker of a day. More World Cup goodness. We can talk about that Ghana game, which is going to be banging. But Bruno Fernandes is in action as well. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists in 2 games for Portugal so far. Will he score? Will he assist? Probably do both. Then we've got Casemiro in action in Brazil's game, I think, against Cameroon. I've loved watching Casemiro. I love Casemiro. I love both of them. Bruno and Casemiro are 2 that, if I'm looking at it, 3 days. 3 days? 3 players. Martinez, Bruno, and Casemiro are 3 of the cornerstones of this new United team that's going forward, in my opinion. 3 of the foundations of it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Bruno does. I'm looking forward to seeing what Casemiro does. It's going to be another cracking day. It really, really will be. What are the talking points that I have down here? How good was this guy yesterday, by the way? Did you get to watch him? And kind of how good has he been at the World Cup? Gvardiol. How in the world is he only 20 years old? I have no idea. What are they feeding the kids these days? I mean, we all knew that he was going to be one of the centre-backs on the market in the next few years. I think City's already been linked with like a 70, 75 million pound move for him. There's no doubt that it's probably going to be a bit more than that. I didn't realize how good he was. I'll be completely honest. He is phenomenal. Clearly, wow. He's going to be what? He might be the first. Has there been a £100 million defender yet? I don't think there has been. But, geez. I think Croatia have only conceded 1 goal so far. So that's what I mean. There's going to be a cracking game against Japan. It really, really would be. Vicky, what are you saying? You're saying, before I go, do you see a United player picking up the World Cup? Vicky, we spoke about this on the stream earlier this week, actually. I hope it's Brazil. So imagine Casemiro, Anthony, and Fred all coming back as World Cup winners, and technically Alex Tellez as well, although it's kind of been sold already. It would be fantastic. It really, really would. Gvardiol is basically Rooney when he seems to went through puberty at 8. I don't know. Wow. He's a very, very impressive player. I've no doubt that his stock's only going to continue to rise and rise further and further. Quick conversation, a quick comment. This was a video that went out yesterday. I hope that video I put out on YouTube Shorts is the right one. Let me check that quickly. Well, at least I put the right one out on YouTube Shorts. That's better. That's a good thing, at least. 54 of you have commented so far. Look at that. As I said, thank you very much for your help in... I appreciate that it might be a little bit annoying if I'm asking you to go over and sort of follow us on TikTok and comment here and comment there, but I'm trying my best to sort of reach audiences everywhere. And as I said, there's a certain type of people that love live streams, and there's a certain type of people that love the videos during the afternoon. And there's a certain type of people that love short form content. And I haven't created any content for them. So it's about creating something for everybody. But yeah, this video yesterday, oh man, I'll tell you what, after doing it, there was somebody on Telegram was like, Sam, that's the worst video you've ever put out. I was like, why? It's a bit weird. I'll be honest, having done that video, having done the research into it, huge alarm bells ringing about Harrison Blitzer. Huge alarm bells there. Because they are serial investors, serially successful. They bought the 76ers at a good time. NBA has grown massively in the last 10 years anyway. So they kind of rode that wave. But there's no doubt that they've done a good thing. I think there was a couple of comments from actual 76ers fans, which I found very interesting, which is wicked. But, I mean, they've invested in Real Salt Lake this year. They've invested in the Cleveland Guardians, which is an MLB team. So that's MLS, MLB. They've got an a HL team and an NBA team. They've got the Prudential Center, which is like an arena. They've got investments coming out their ears. And if they bought Manchester United, would be just another one. And of course, they've invested into Crystal Palace as well, which is a conflict of interest. If they bought United, hypothetically, they'd have to get rid of that. So look, if you haven't watched that video, go over to the main YouTube channel. It's on there. It's like a 10-minute informative video to try and help you understand who are Harrison Blitzer? Why would they want to buy United? And would it be a good thing for the club? That's why I did that video. But look, tell you what it is. I know it's map day. Everybody's letting me know in the comments. Look, 3 of you can get on the map today. You let me know where you're watching from, the town and the country, not just the country. And I will give you, well, I might add you onto the map. I'll try. Let me quickly get you the link to that video that I did yesterday. Where is it? There it is. Let me pop the link in the comments here for everybody, just so you know. There you go. You're on there. That's the link to the video about Harrison Blitzer. And if you want to learn a little bit more about them as potential new owners, that's what that video is designed to do. Now, let's get the map up here, and let's get 3 of you added on to the map. Who have we got? Brian, I'm not sure we've got Galway on here. Do we have Galway? Sorry, Galway's going to go on. On you go, sir. No, I'm just not sure if we do. Galway, Ireland. There we go. On you go. Galway's now on there. Let's have a look. Let's get 2 more. So I always love this. This always puts a smile on my face. Whenever I ask this, I watch so many people drop off the stream because they're bored of it. Kind of fair enough if you don't want to be involved in this part. But I love how many people send in their comments, man. It's amazing. We do need a Ghana map day today. It's exactly right. Anybody from Ghana, where are you watching from? Let me look for you in the comments here. We can have a neighbor. We can get Calabar from Nigeria on. Let's try and get one from Nigeria and one from Ghana on here. Why not? West Africa. Calabar. There you go. On the map. And let's get one more. Let's have a look. It is the map day. Honestly, if you could see, I wish I could show you how many people comment and send in comments at this point. It's wicked. It really is wicked. Right, there's nobody from Ghana down there, so we'll get someone else. Who have we got? We've got Far watching from Perak in. Look at that. Watching from Perak in Malaysia. On you go. Perak in Malaysia. Welcome aboard, sir. And I think there was one there. Where is it? Oh, it's just disappeared. Where is he? George, you're watching from Winneba. Make sure that Winneba is actually a place. Yeah, on you go, sir. Welcome aboard, George. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have the day of days. I think it's actually I think it's a national holiday today, isn't it, in Ghana? I might be wrong. I was speaking to my mate about it. What a stream. What a stream. That was wicked. Giveaway number 2. That's upside down. Cantona approves. Naked Cantona. He might not be naked. We don't quite know. But he's wearing a cape and he's got his top off. Yeah. This is the giveaway for today. It is the 1999 Christmas merch. It's a Christmas jumper. All you got to do to enter, there's a video on YouTube Shorts. I'm going to start doing YouTube Shorts now because people have been asking me to. And I'm trying. It's an experiment, okay? It might not work. But look, the short video is on the YouTube channel now. Go on there, drop a like on it, and leave a comment. And the same goes for TikTok. On Monday, I'm going to choose a winner from somebody who's left a comment or dropped a like, who've left a comment on both of those, or not both of those videos, on one of those videos. There's so many things going on in my head. I need to go and have a lie down. But look, thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. That's a cracking start to December. The calendar is open. Cantona is loving it. Brian watching from Nairobi. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you there. But look, Alex, as you said there, man, I want to quickly finish by saying, honestly, all of you, maybe I can't even see the names anymore, but Alex, Vicky, Ricky, Nikki, Mickey. No, I'm not joking. Everybody else who donated memberships, you're all absolute dons. You're making this community what it is. It's brilliant. It really is. Have a cracking weekend. There'll be a video going out tomorrow, maybe Sunday as well, depending how much I want to work. But I'll be back on Monday. There'll be a video going out at lunchtime today. Have a wonderful... It's Farmer's Day. That's what it is. Farmer's Day. There you go. Ghanaians, I'm with you. Big up the Black Stars. Make Luis Suarez cry. Please. Enjoy yourselves. Have a cracking day. And I'll see you soon. Let's get the Christmas outro on the go. Woohoo!